So, welcome to Belgium. Come with me. Right, I was given some advice by a famous YouTuber, Frostfangs, who told me my head was too big. He said, well, my head was too big in the frame. So now, from Belgium onwards, I'm using my make yourself look like a Pratt stick and selfie stick, I think it's called, and we'll see if it makes much of a difference. But we're already in Belgium, it's exciting. Look, there's grass. Look at this grass. Grass. You see the grass? Of course you can see the grass. See, only back there in France a few metres ago, the grass smelled like garlic, whereas in Belgium it smells like chocolate. It's amazing. National stereotypes and everything. Today we see whether my leg is worthy of being called a leg. And I walk another 5 miles or so to the first campsite in Belgium, and we'll see what happens. There's not a lot scenery wise to show you, is it? It's all a bit flat and a bit, I mean, every square inch of land is being used to grow something, which is good, but it's not so good if you want a wild camp. Look, within a few minutes of landing in Belgium, I find a park bench, something that France was very short of. Is it too windy to hear me? I haven't got the selfie stick either, have I? So I've still got a big head. Right, look, behind me is my little tent. That's because I made it today, all the way, 13 kilometres, 8 miles. I made it all the way to Belgium. My leg was okay. I think if I continue on with these shorter days for 2 or 3 days, we'll see how it goes. So far, all good, and I think I might now go and get myself a Belgian beer. Just one. This bit of the world was where lots of the trench warfare happened in the First World War. This cemetery, as far as I can see, is full of just British people. Young lads, 18, early 20s. And this is just one of dozens and dozens of such cemeteries. What a waste. So today is day 60, nice round number. A nice evening yesterday in the campsite. I met 2 women, Nancy and Inga, who were very friendly, very nice, and both those two and the fellas had shirts on, or matching shirts with the number 81 on, so I had to ask what that was, and they told me that another guy, an 81-year-old guy called Albert, had just climbed Mont Ventoux 3 times in 3 consecutive days. This is a mountain which is famous for being on the Tour de France circuit. It's 1900 metres. Now we're in Hopland. As you can see, all the hops. And this is day 2 of my reduced walk route, where I'm trying to do not far off 10 miles every day, just until my leg is 100%. I've got a few hills, look, hills behind me. It's day 61. The reason there's hills is because I had to take a slightly crazy route to Brussels to make sure this leg didn't flare up again. I picked shorter days of 15, 16, 17 kilometres between campsites, which has taken me south of Belgium, and later on today I'll be actually entering France again for a couple of days, I think, before re-entering Belgium and going in a more of a straight line towards Brussels. On the way to Vulve again, yet another military cemetery. No name. Another one. 33, 35, 25. No age. Look at this. You won't understand what's special about this. He's got a glimpse of it then. Okay, let's have a look. Look, a track through a farmer's field. There was none of that in France. It was all walking on tarmac and things that were hot on your feet. Here in Belgium, this is allowed. That's something you don't see very often. A car on a canal barge. It's day 62. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I'm now back in France for 2 days basically, until tomorrow. From this moment on, we're now heading straight towards Brussels, and I'm hoping to get there in about 5 days, I think, 6 days. Don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. This is Roubaix, or Rhubarbe. Scruffy little town, but a nice central square. Hello. Have I mentioned it's day 63? I'm not sure. Well, that was interesting. I walked through Roubaix, the first French town I passed through that seemed a bit scruffy. I went through the other side, walked along the canal, stopped to sit down for a breather, and a guy appeared with a big dog, and he was asking what I was doing, so I told him. He went into his house, told me to wait, he went into his house, got 2 mates out, and they were very interested. And so Thomas, a Portuguese guy, invited me for a beer. So we walked up the canal a bit, luckily in the direction that I wanted to go, and we had a beer. And there'll be a picture of those 3 guys appearing probably about now. Yeah, fun. I'm walking by I think it's the Canal de Roubaix. Beautiful day. I did 15 kilometres this morning, then stopped for the beer, and then it's a similar distance now. So if this works, then I reckon we can get into Brussels in about 4 days' time. Anyway, I think I'm now back in Belgium. There's no marker, but I think I've now walked back over the border into Belgium. It's day 64. I'm still in Belgium. 2 campsites, and then a wild camping session, definitely, just outside Brussels. And then I march across Brussels, see the weeing ornament that is the mannequin piss, about this big, and then just a few minutes ago I stopped to have my breakfast, and this 76-year-old cyclist stopped and gave me a waffle. Very kind of him, wasn't it? Oh, while I'm on here, I should thank Sue Allonby for coffees. Very delicious multiple coffees, thank you, Sue. This is day 65. And it's been an important day because a few minutes ago I passed the 1,000 mile mark. No, I didn't. That's a lie. 1,000 kilometres. But to take 65 days to do 1,000 kilometres is particularly slow. But I was easing myself in gently, and then I had the problem with the leg, so not much I could do about it. But the next 1,000 kilometres, which I'm not sure how far that takes me, or where that takes me to, will have to be done a lot more quickly. When I started this morning, I was about 55 kilometres from the edge of Brussels. It's definitely wild camping tomorrow night because there's no campsite anywhere near Brussels. And then Monday I'll go and see Sarah in Brussels. She lives on the eastern side. So anyway, it's a lovely day. It's supposed to be shit tomorrow and the day after, but never mind. Beats being sat in an office, doesn't it? Good morning. It's day 66. It's a Sunday. It's a bank holiday. Nothing's going to be open. But today there definitely isn't a campsite with some woods. Now, I've not found that many wild camping possibilities in Belgium, but look at this now. Could this be better for wild camping? And it always happens like that at 11 o'clock in the morning when you've got no need for it. So I'm hoping there's a few spots of woods near where I'm going to end up today, and then tomorrow I get to Brussels. My first capital on this trip, if you don't count Douglas. Anyway, I'm going now. See you. Today's a very wet day and I'm all steamed up. I seem to have some sort of lorry, some sort of farm picket or something happening. I don't know, there's loads of them going past. I'm currently hiding in a bush shelter because it's been pissing down and I'm soaking. See another one? Christ. There's loads of them.